Chad here. Today we're going to talk about the acquisition of Whole Foods by Amazon. Why is it important? Well, Amazon just acquired the biggest line item on my credit card. Second biggest line item is Amazon. Number one, I spend most of my money on organic produce, vegetables, and food. All of it comes from Whole Foods. So it was a genius acquisition. Amazon gets 430 physical locations, which they never had before, and it lets them actually implement their technology and play with that to incubate a lot of that technology in store. Pickup in store. I believe that Amazon's going to implement pickup in store technology on Amazon.com, perhaps even refrigerated locker rooms or lockers that allow people to go and pick up their food for the week. Something interesting that no one's talking about is really fruits and veggies. Amazon has no experience buying or importing fruits and vegetables. And so Amazon now is able to acquire that talent and all that data behind it to figure out what's the best way to buy fruits and vegetables and import them into the United States. Another interesting point, I believe, is curated local brands. So right now, Amazon is like a vending machine. Pretty much you've got your large brands, you've got your private label sellers, but for the local brands that are actually maybe using co-packers or located on the West Coast or maybe started on the East Coast but are not national, Amazon now has the ability to leverage those brands either on Amazon.com or even take a lot of the large brands that they have on Amazon.com and deploy them in store. The last thing here is something that I'm thinking that Amazon's going to do is they're going to go after the meal kit delivery system. Blue Apron right now is destined to go IPO and is valued at $3 billion. Amazon sees dollar signs, and I believe that they're going to evolve and change the grocery market so that you can actually get those recipes and get your meal kits delivered to you on a subscription basis. So let's talk about what Whole Foods gets. Amazon Fresh, Amazon Pantry, they get access to this. They get a delivery system. So currently, at least a lot of locations that I've been to with Whole Foods, they're leveraging Instacart. So Instacart may be sunsetted or phased out using Amazon's delivery system. Whole Foods gets, and I alluded to this earlier, Amazon Go technology, which allows you to walk out of the store. And so I believe that they're building this grocery store of the future. We don't know what it's gonna look like yet, but I believe it has to do with Amazon Go technology along with the meal kit delivery service that I referenced earlier. An online presence. Whole Foods actually surprisingly has no online presence today. So I believe they're gonna leverage Amazon's technology on the back end and build an online presence, either bake it into Amazon.com or even create it separately. Right now, I believe Amazon is actually converging everything to Amazon.com as they faded out Quidzy. Amazon Basics, so Whole Foods has their own private label brand, 365, and I think that Amazon is gonna leverage their own private label and increase that. So let's just say 25% of Whole Foods store is private label. They may take that up to 50%. So I think CPG companies have some real concerns at this point. Amazon Prime is another one. So getting access and exclusivity around Amazon Prime, Amazon's been adding more value-added services to allow people to come and use Amazon Prime. For example, Amazon Prime Video. So perhaps there might be a membership model that evolves with Whole Foods that gives people benefits for being in the Amazon Prime program. I've read online you have about 50% or 75% overlap between Whole Foods and Amazon for Prime customers. I even read lower statistics than that. I'm not sure where the truth really is, but there's definitely some extra low-hanging fruit that Amazon can get and make it exclusive for Amazon Prime members as they shop at Whole Foods. International. Whole Foods actually has no presence internationally, but Amazon does. They've made a big push in the UK, in Canada, in Germany. Germany is actually their second biggest marketplace. So they may be able to leverage Amazon's expertise internationally and take Whole Foods on an international level. Lastly, I mentioned this earlier, is lockers. So Whole Foods, I believe, will implement some sort of refrigerated technology so you can have in-store pickup, or you can have it being delivered, or again, like I mentioned earlier, meal kits. Bam. Thanks guys for listening. Hope this was really interesting.